Hi everyone, Kelt here. The monarchy is facing the endgame according to Dame Hilary Mantel, as she describes the monarchy as a self-punishing institution facing the endgame. She's been quite brutal regarding her opinion of Catherine back in 2013 and also severely criticised the Queen and suggested that the Queen was the only person who really believes in the monarchy now, although she did say that the Queen does a great job. In this woman's interview with the Daily Mail, she says that she wished that the Queen had abdicated to make way for Prince Charles. She also believes that it's not likely to outlast William. Her views regarding Catherine were pretty unfair back then, and I think she described her quite brutally and said that Catherine was a personality-free shop window mannequin with a plastic smile. Ouch. Which most of us would think could not be further from the truth. She's obviously not seen much of Catherine when she's relaxed and interacting with people. And now, 8 years later, I wonder what her view of Harry's wife would be. In the comments section, one person is saying that Hilary Mantel already owes the Duchess of Cambridge a sincere apology right after her grovelling session with the Queen. Harry has apparently been feeling embarrassed and very regretful about the interview with Oprah. The old Harry, I don't think, would have done something like this. I think he had a certain amount of awareness and propriety towards his family back then, before meeting his wife. It's like this new Harry is completely oblivious to the consequences of his actions, and with no foresight at all. It's like his wife says jump, and he says how high. And today I read that Prince William and Charles will not hold peace talks with Harry and his wife. So that's that. Can't blame them, can we? Now, I absolutely love the headlines in The Sun. And I quote, "Harry and his wife won't shut up about happiness, but William and Kate really live it." End quote. You'll notice that I always put in Harry's wife. I won't be using her name. So, although I'm quoting headlines, I'm slightly misquoting by using the new name for Harry's wife. And I would say that's very true. All they've talked about for 3 years is how to obtain happiness, how they strive for happiness, and how we, the people, can learn from them how to attain this happiness if we would but only listen to their pearls of wisdom. Omid Scobie has not been very royal lately and kicking back in his own unique way. This is his Twitter comment, and I quote, "What we're not going to do is take me recapping a question asked in a documentary interview, twist it and pretend that's my opinion, and then completely ignore my actual answer. Take your pathetic clickbait and do something better with your life. Literal trash." So it's not really appropriate for a royal commentator to start mouthing off in that way. It almost seems as if he's losing the plot. The Mirror says Harry gets rapturous response at vaccine concert as he appears without Meghan. So they had both been due to join all the famous people in music, film and politics at this event in LA, but it ended up with Harry being there without his wife. So it was said that he was given a standing ovation by the crowd before giving a speech praising frontline workers during the pandemic. The speech was similar to all the speeches that Harry makes. He starts by saying that tonight is a celebration of each one of you, and he talks about frontline heroes. He's referred to this sort of thing before. It seems to fit all his speeches. And then he talks about the last year that they battled courageously and selflessly. He talks about sacrifice and serving, putting themselves in harm's way, acting with bravery. And then he finishes by saying about owing them a debt of gratitude and then thanking them. This is exactly the same stuff he says for everything. He just slightly changes it for the subject matter. So this newly created Harry is like a puppet who will be used wherever is necessary for the latest cause or plan. He's just like the guy next door. He's compassionate and caring, yet a bit of a naughty boy, which many can relate to, and also just happens to be a prince, which has its own unique attraction for some. So he's obviously being used to promote the latest cause, and I think will continue to be used to promote causes, regardless of what they are. I think that his wife will ensure that he does whatever is necessary and jumps on whatever bandwagon is going to bring in the money and the attention. I think that he thinks that he is free, but in reality he's not. Someone else is pulling his strings. And while we're on the subject of strings, isn't it interesting that Joe Biden and Pope Francis were among dignitaries to send messages of support? It's said to be a circus, a theatre production or a movie. It certainly looks like it at times. Remembering his comment to Oprah during the interview, where he says he felt sorry for his brother and his father who were trapped, well, I look at Harry and I look at his brother and I think it's obvious who's trapped. And as for Harry's wife, she was probably annoyed that Harry appeared to relent and admit that he was regretful and embarrassed by the interview, so she would need to get the narrative back on track and to make up for what she probably would see as Harry's weakness. So, bearing that in mind, I think something big is coming, and it's not her bump. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Please subscribe, ding my bell for more alerts for more videos, like if you liked it and share. Bye.